We now welcome in studio Dave Rubin, host of the Rubin Report, a current events program launching soon on Aura.tv. Debuts September 9th. It's a blend of panel and one-on-one interviews covering everything from media to politics, religion, science, and a lot more. Welcome to Aura.
It's good to be here, Larry. You gave me the stamp of approval. What is that?
I said okay, and they said fine.
What does that say about your judgment?
Good. I love you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love you too. All right. Good stuff.
Let's start with Trump. I
Yes.
mentioned to the earlier guest, Donald called me earlier. We talked about a lot of things. I know him for 100 years. And he said if this were England, he'd call for an election in a month.
Yeah. He'd want the election this afternoon.
Well, he has to worry
possible.
about running out of steam early. What do you make of this extraordinary candidacy?
Look, he is a reality TV star playing in the greatest reality TV game there is, and he's playing the media like a fiddle. My personal belief is that I think this thing's going to go on for another month, maybe 2 months. I've been saying for months. I think he really is just trying to get through maybe 3 debates and shift the dial that much that then he's going to be the attack dog for whoever the real candidate is. I think he kind of likes Kasich. I think maybe he likes Rubio, and then he'll be the attack dog, and then they'll just be the the nice guy candidate.
You don't expect he'd do a third party.
I don't think he really wants to be president. He's just playing us. You know what I mean? He's just playing the TV game, and we're all doing it because we don't know what else to do.
All right, is Hillary Clinton the inevitable, or do you have doubts?
Have you ever seen a more uninspiring campaign in your life? Have you ever seen anything?
Well, the problem she has is who's running against her. There's
Right.
no primary battle if Joe Biden doesn't get in. I mean, Sanders has made an impact, but
So the interesting thing about Bernie...
what does she do?
Yeah, so the Bernie thing is the interesting part because he goes to the heart, right? He goes to the real left. But there is no way, sadly, although I like Bernie a lot, and we've talked about him, I know you like him, there's just no way that a Vermont socialist is going to become president of the United States, right? That just...
And no way a black young senator from Illinois.
Ah, right. But the excitement for Bernie isn't quite the excitement that we had 8 years ago for Obama. That was like everybody was on Molly going crazy. And, Bernie's not quite the same. But as for Hillary, yeah, it's sort of inevitable, barring some really unforeseen email being, they come up with something. But I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, she's going to be the nominee. And I think it's just the system just pushing up another system person, basically.
And with all that money behind her,
Yeah.
and once it gets down to 2, would you give her if if it were today she'd win?
Well, look, I don't really like any of the Republicans, so she doesn't have much to go against. Look, there's a chance that we're going to have Hillary Clinton versus Jeb Bush, and then really, a long time ago, I'll do a little history lesson here. A long time ago, we left, we left England because we didn't want to live under a monarchy, and we're building one right now. It basically exists, and we're going to have Hillary versus Jeb, and then it'll be Chelsea Clinton versus Malia Obama, and then Will Smith is going to get the kids involved somehow, right? I mean, it's just never going to end. So that's why we need fresh blood. But we got look. Trump and Bernie Sanders are doing one interesting thing, which is Bernie's whole thing is get money out of politics, right? The system is corrupt. Well, Trump at the debate, remember the one interesting part of that whole 2-hour debate was that he said, I gave Hillary money for her campaign and she showed up at my wedding. That's the most unmasking that anyone's ever done during a debate. He's literally saying, he's like, yeah, I'm a rich guy and I can give people money to show up to my freaking wedding. That's how ridiculous the system is. So it's bizarre that, the socialist and the capitalist are actually agreeing on something that's pretty important.
Very good point. Very, very well.
I get one every now and again.
Well said. Why isn't Hillary doing better with women?
I don't even know that she comes off. Look, I don't like when everyone says, well, they're doing this well with black people and this well with Latinos and this well with women, because it's just, it's parsing everything down to just the most basic thing instead of what their policy is. I don't know. I think people are just kind of over her. I just said unless there's an excitement that I'm completely missing, and I guess it sounds like the superdelegates are excited about her, right? Donna Brazile and the rest of them that are on network news programs supposedly analyzing, that are actually, really working for Hillary.
The pundits.
The pundits, right, that she has in her pocket pretty much, right? But beyond that, I just don't see any excitement. Women, men, whatever it is.
What do you make of Joe Biden? You think he might run?
I think the only chance is if she just goes down in flames in some ridiculous way, or if Obama and the party leaders are finally like, you know what, this thing is crumbling, we got to move on Joe. But even what would that say? that we have to have, that there's nobody younger. Why isn't there a younger black guy? Not that I want to make everything about race or identity politics, as I just said, but why isn't there a younger black guy or a Latino? Look who we have out of the Democrats, the party that's supposed to be the big party, right? They've got Hillary, they've got Bernie Sanders, and Jim Webb and O'Malley, two other white guys. Why isn't that a bigger party? Why do we have to go to old Joe? He would be better in retirement anyway, I think.
What does George W. Bush did not get involved at all in the election of either election. He stayed out.
Yeah.
Does Obama get involved in this one?
My guess is, I have a feeling he really doesn't want Hillary to be president, because if he did, I think he'd be publicly backing her a little bit more. She'd be a little more for some of the stuff he's doing right now. And I think there's going to be a little battle. Look, we're in that dynasty phase now where the Obamas are going to want an Obama person to be president, if not this time around,
does he go around the country supporting Hillary?
At the end of the day, yeah, at the general election, yeah, he supports whoever the nominee is.
But does he get more public than George W. Bush was?
Probably. I think probably. Bush, by the end, was, because of Iraq, was such a mess and was so hated. I don't think, look, there's clearly a lot of people don't like President Obama, but I don't think there's a level of hatred where the party is going to say, you got to stay out of the way, which is what the Republicans did to Bush.
There's a guy who runs second, we never discuss him, Ben Carson.
Yeah.
What do you make of him?
Well, he's a neuroscientist, which is probably too smart to be president. So that's one thing. I think, look, in the debates, he comes off as very measured, and I think he's a pretty decent guy, and I think he's a smart guy, clearly. But I don't get a sense that he really has a great understanding of government. But even more than that, he's just not exciting. And sadly, we do, he's the reverse Trump. How about that?
Good line. Another good line. September 16th, you're going to go to the debate at the
I'm going. Okay. They're sending me.
Now, that first debate, I can say I'm an expert at this because I've been doing it a long time. It wasn't a debate.
No.
It was a series of 1-minute questions for each of the candidates. It was mini points.
Yeah, well,
No one said, let's discuss ISIS. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? That's a debate.
Right. So actually, during the debate, you retweeted me. I clipped out. I went on Wikipedia. I said, what's the definition of the word debate? And it's an exchange of ideas. It's a back and forth.
Correct. That was not a debate.
That was not a debate. They can call it something else, but they should. Just factually, it was not a debate.
Will CNN conduct a debate, do you think? Now, it's hard with 10 or 16.
Sure, it's hard with 10, but
But you can still get all their views, go into a topic. Let's discuss a topic, race relations in America. Where do you stand?
Right, so that's why I brought my show to Aura, because that's what we need. That's what I think we really need in this country. We should have real debates about ideas. So take anything. Take abortion, for example. If you listen to the people on the left, they'll say, well, people on the right are against abortion because they hate women. And if you listen to people on the right, they say people on the left are pro-abortion because they hate babies. Well, neither one of those things are really true. They can both. You can have principled stands and debate ideas, and that's what we need. So will CNN do a better job? Personally, I don't have that great faith in CNN, but I do think it won't be as gimmicky as what Fox did. Fox went all in on just gimmick and zingers, and I do think CNN still has a higher standard than that.
So you're excited about the Rubin Report coming to Aura?
I can't wait, can't you tell? Now that I got 2 right here, I feel good. Yeah,
September 9th.
I'm very excited. We're going to talk big ideas, and getting the stamp of approval from you means everything. And
the stamp is on. Thanks for coming, Dave.
My pleasure.
We'll see a lot of you.
Yeah.